What is up, everybody? It is Ascended Dreams bursting onto the scene with guidance to infinite love and access to positive energy. How's everybody doing today? That's great. I'm doing fantastic. Why, thank you for asking. It is another beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Little sun gazing, you know what it is. So, what's up, everybody? Before I jump off into the video, I just actually want to say thank you, super thank you to everybody who has been consistently connecting to this initiative and who have openly just supported and have given their ideas and just, been open to receiving on this journey. Your support literally means more than the world to me, and to anybody who is just joining this journey, feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted when anything new comes your way. So, with that being said, before I get off into the video, I just want to say a little bit of why I'm actually going to make this video today, okay? So I actually had my first traveler hit me up with a suggestion, and they asked me, they said, Ascended, what are some of the books you've been reading? What are the higher vibrational texts that you have immersed yourself in that have ultimately helped you to raise your vibration here during this ascension process? And I thought to myself, man, what a great question. So here we are, guys, in the heart of nature. I'm going to be bringing you just a couple of the high vibrational books and high vibrational spiritual texts that have ultimately helped me to just raise my vibration and to engage this ascension process more organically with less fight, right? So, one of the books that have really helped me out in the past is a book called The Art of Happiness by Chris Prentice. So, a little backstory about this book and when it came into my life. A couple years ago, I was actually going through a dark night of the soul, if you will. I had been undergoing a breakup and was just going through an extremely, what I would call, quote-unquote, dark time in my life. And if you watched any of my previous videos, you actually probably heard me speak on this just a little bit, just touching on some of the things that I went through. And man, I was ultimately low on my luck. I had a hard time finding the positives in life anymore. I was losing friends. I was losing family members. And ultimately, travelers, I was losing myself, right? So, at the time, I was literally looking for anything I could to get my hands on that would help me just to feel better about myself and better about life and experiencing what was happening around me. And I had a fellow traveler, not going to be dropping any names because y'all might be creeping. And we ain't doing none of that creeping, travelers, all right? So, I had a fellow friend, a great friend actually, who, they told me, they said, hey, Ascended, I have this book that I think you should read. And it's called The Art of Happiness. And I thought to myself at the time, I'm not reading no books. You got to be kidding me, right? I was so low vibrational that I thought that this book wouldn't pull me up out of whatever I was going through, that somehow it just didn't have the power to do it, right? Well, little did I know, this book changed the way I viewed life forever, okay? And I highly recommend you get your hands on this book because I'm going to try and put up a picture and just show you guys what I'm talking about. And if I can't, I'll leave a link in the description so you can find it easier, okay? But either way, I highly recommend this book because the main takeaway that I actually got from this book was that happiness exists outside of you and inside of you at all times, no matter what it is that you're experiencing. So it took me a while to really understand this concept and begin to implement it on my day-to-day life. But little did I know it was true, right? And I think the biggest takeaway that I took from the book ultimately was that life is happening for you and that bad experiences are actually happening in your favor, okay? So if you're going through something dark right now, that book will help you to further your understanding of the idea that life is happening for you, not to you. What? One more time for those in the nosebleeds. Life isn't happening to you. Life is happening for you. So guys, I don't want to give you too many spoilers or, ruin your guys' experiments with the book. But I did just want to say that because ultimately I just don't want to be talking at you guys. I want to give you guys ideas and examples of the way this helped me. So, with that being said, everyone, get your hands on this book, The Art of Happiness by Chris Prentice. So, what is another book that has actually helped me along my process of awakening? Well, one of the books that I've actually read in the past that have helped me to further my ability to raise my vibration, and not only to raise my vibration, but to ultimately become a better, compassionate, relatable human being, was the book, The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. Okay? So, I actually think I read this book before I read The Art of Happiness, guys, and this book is just, let me tell you, it's a highlight reel. It is fireworks. It is just loaded with high vibrational knowledge, knowledge of changing your diet, knowledge of expanding your auric field, expanding your levels of consciousness, and being able to read others' energies around you. I mean, this book is absolutely imperative to your guys' spiritual growth and evolution, okay? So, get your hands on this book no matter what it takes. I think my main takeaway from this book was just, that spirituality can be fun. It can be something that doesn't have to be so serious, doesn't have to be so daunting or, just grueling, if you will. It doesn't have to be a tumultuous process. This book really helped me with the understanding that ultimately we can tell a story about ourselves in which others can relate to and compassionalize with, that will help them further their understanding on how to become a better human being and how to increase your vibration here on 3D. So instead of it being a super informative book of do's and don'ts, or hows and not hows, or cans and can'ts, if you will, this book is ultimately telling a story about an individual who unlocked their abilities, unlocked their supernatural powers by just experiencing and by living and trusting their intuition. So I'm not going to hopefully expose too much of the story, guys, but I did just want to give you a takeaway from this book, because ultimately, man, the Celestine Prophecy is definitely a Celestine Prophecy. Okay, so definitely go find that book. Hopefully I can sneak that up here or put it in the description or whatever's clever. So, what is another book that has helped me along my path to awakening? Well, one that I'm actually reading right now, travelers, is Waking Up in 5D, right? And this book is ultimately catered to your awakening process. It gives you the language and gives you the confidence needed to maneuver and interweave through these dimensions and through these timelines without any anxiety, right? So, guys, this book is incredible. It will begin to uncover new verbiage, new language, if you will, new ways of being, new thought process, new prayers, new mantras that can actually just help you to engage in this ascension process in a more organic, enriching way. Okay? So this book is written by, I want to say, Maureen St. Germain. Don't quote me on that. I will leave the book title in the description and the link to the author so that you guys can get there a little more easier. But yeah, it's Waking Up in 5D by Maureen St. Germain. And I tell you what, guys, this book is absolutely incredible. One of the mantras that I've actually been able to adopt and to integrate as a practice in my day-to-day life has been one of the quotes from the book that is, "Today is going to be a day of heaven on earth for me and everyone I interact with," right? So this is huge because this is fifth dimensional language that is allowing for us to easier connect to others' initiatives while still honoring our own, right? Because ultimately, ascended dreams, the collective consciousness of manifesting all of our dreams, that is our goal here, is to put our dreams not first, but put the collective dreams first, and to ultimately actualize these dreams together, because all of our dreams are equally as valid and all of our dreams are equally important, guys, right? So those are just a couple books that have really helped me, or high vibrational texts, if you will, that have just helped me to raise my vibration and ultimately allowed me to stay excited and engaging in this ascension process, because that's really what it's about, guys. Finding the knowledge, putting yourself in position to receive the insights, to gain the downloads that are needed for you to incarnate and actualize your highest purpose here on this earth, right? And that's what I'm here to try and help you do. Okay? So that has been the video, guys. There's a ton more higher vibrational texts and spiritual books that you can get your hands on. One of the authors that I know being Yogananda, I've heard that his books have been known to carry high vibrational frequencies and have been known to actually kind of distribute feelings of compassion, love, and joy through these texts. So seriously, guys, go out and find whatever texts, books that are helping you guys engage in this ascension process and share them back with me. I'm super interested to hear what some of you guys are reading and just some of the information that you guys are actually receiving. So please feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, and yeah, if you happen to resonate with these messages, hit that notification bell for more and more coming in the future. All right, guys? So that has been the video, y'all. Thank you guys again for connecting to me. Yet another beautiful day. I hope everybody is doing well. Continue to take care of yourselves. Continue to stay creative. And yeah, you know what it is, man. The word is love. Peace.